let's talk about, one of the things that we kind of hit on when Sergio and I are talking about upfront fares is how they're changing base rates and base pay when there's surge attached. So if you have a large surge, they take that into account and they'll lower your base rate. Well, what happens when that base rate goes to zero or goes negative, which means you owe money to take that ride, and then you get a little bit of surge on top.
That's crazy.
I'm joking.
Boom.
Here's a couple of screenshots.
That's crazy.
So for the left screenshot, the upfront fare came out at $8.03 that you would make. But look at right underneath that, plus the $13 included for the surge. So where the hell is the other $5 coming from? Out of my pocket? Hell to the freaking no. No way.
Yep.
Uber, what are you doing here? You need to fix this, and you need to fix it now.
Well, some programmer right now is skimming some money. That's what I think.
Something.
This is driving for charity. This is actually, we're paying Uber to drive now.
Oh yeah.
This is crazy.
I'm surprised it don't say negative 803 is the upfront fare.
Yeah.
Like, you're paying us $8 to go pick this person up.
That's a good one. It's just a negative 497.
Hold on. FTC, if you're watching, here you go. Whatever you're investigating, this you might want to look into right now, especially when it comes to them changing base rates and not keeping it.
And that's what they should put. Base rate negative 497. They should put that, and they should put the surge, and they say, so you're getting $8. They should put that. That's transparency. That would be full transparency.
Yeah, I used to joke about this a few months ago. I go, pretty soon we're gonna have to pay Uber to drive.
Yeah, you joked about it.
We're doing it, people. We're down to here. Look, when I first started, it was $1.40 a mile in LA and 40 cents a minute. Then before up front, it was 60 cents a minute to 21 cents, 60 cents a mile, 21 cents a minute. Now we're driving for negative.
Roxy's got it right. And Eddie's getting the money. That's why.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, they paid for the commercial with this one.
man.
But here's the thing.
Jeff, the right one is from your back of the woods, bro. Phoenix to Scottsdale. Okay. $4.23 with $7 surge included. That's from the back of the woods. You're gonna get some of these now.
Oh wow, I ain't getting that now with no $7 included. No, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So where's that two? Here's the weird thing though. Like think about it. $2.77 if it was a base rate. If you take away that surge pricing for 14 minutes and 5.3 mile distance.
Yeah, in its own, that's bad enough.
and I'm gonna tell you, in Scottsdale, it's always surging. In Scottsdale, it's always surging because there's always events going on, dances going on, parties. It's always surging in Scottsdale. They're doing this. It's skimming. It's got to be skimming because usually any Scottsdale ride you take is going to be at least a double-digit number. You're not taking a $4 ride in Scottsdale. People up there driving Lamborghinis. They're not paying $4 for a ride. And it's like Uber is like really getting people up there. They're getting drivers that don't know the difference. Because
you know who would accept. You know who are they doing this for? In the app there is a toggle on switch for auto accept. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you can actually auto accept, and like if you have auto accept on, because if you got like basic second grade math, you're not going to be taking this, right? But if the only people who are taking this is I'm on auto accept. I'm just going to accept everything, and Uber algo goes, oh, this guy takes everything.
Wait,
let's send them some negative equity.
Yep.
Hold on, our Formica that's watching this. Yeah. Would you actually accept these rides and think that's acceptable? Or is this well beyond the line that you would draw to? Because to me, this is well beyond the line. Like, here's the thing. The base pay for that ride should not be adjusting based on the surge price. The surge price should be in addition to whatever you are making for that particular ride. Exactly. You should not be like, it should be $4.23 plus $7. So I should be seeing $11.23 right there. Same thing on the other side. I should see $8.03 plus 13, not this other crap where you're getting negative base rates.
Seriously, this is something that
I won't be driving.
I bet you they're doing this to test, right? To test what drivers are doing, because this is bullshit, right? I mean, besides
they're gonna call it a glitch. They're gonna say, it was a glitch in the app. It was a glitch in the algorithm. We're sorry, we didn't mean that. We had to resolve that issue. They know what they're doing.
Oh no,
like you said, it has to do with that auto accept. I guarantee it's that auto accept, because when I first started years ago, I had to call Uber to ask, how do I get it turned off? Because I didn't know it was an auto accept on there. I was sitting in Mesa and I called them. I said, how do I turn this thing off where it keeps accepting all these trips all the time? They said, oh, that's auto accept. Go to this screen. I was like, never knew it. I learned that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and this is unacceptable. Okay, so I mean, on its own, these two trips are unacceptable as they are. But look, we figured the game out pretty soon when the upfront came out, right? Because we figured high surge, low base, right? And no surge, high base, if whatever you want to call it. But this negative base, no, come on now, that's too much, man.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So we're paying to drive.
Well, we tried our best. Let's see if this flies.
To the FTC, by all means, let's see what they got to say. But this is also
we make a snippet of this, Chris. We make a snippet of this. Let's send it to the FTC.
All right. But here's the other thing. This is actually there's something in Colorado. We did say that Colorado is the next state. We're going to go over this in a segment coming up. Not right now. We're actually going to dive into the Uber and Lyft earnings. 2 different reports coming out completely in just a moment. But Colorado, one of the things that they're doing is looking at pay transparency when it comes to different drivers and what's going on in the road. So that is a good thing, because now we're going to hopefully actually see some breakdown and transparency when it comes to this. So we have a little bit better of an understanding, because right now that's absolutely ridiculous. Let's just put the base rates on there. And then, Sergio, you and I were talking about this, texting back and forth when I sent you that screenshot with a $13 surge on an $8 ride.
Honestly, I thought it was Photoshopped. Because we get a lot of you get on Reddit and Reddit, uberpeople.net, there's a lot of Photoshop stuff there that goes on, so I kind of don't trust it. But this morning I got that one from Arizona in my DM in Twitter. He goes, Serge, this is real, it's mine, and I know the guy. I go, damn, this is happening.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. So if this is glitched, you better fix it, Uber. You better fix it.
Chris, we know there is no glitches in the Uber system. There is intentional glitches, not unintentional.
Here's the thing, though. The base rate should not be adjusted based on the surge price. The surge price is in addition to anything that is coming on. This whole rate rebalancing bullshit needs to go away. I'm not going to take a long ride anymore based on rate rebalancing. I'm going to take short rides, because that's the only way it's going to stay worth it.
I'm telling you this, Jeff, Chris, you guys are here. You're listening. You're my witnesses. All these things they're doing are geared for Formica.
Yep.
None of this is geared for a veteran, because as a veteran, I know exactly when and where it's going to surge, and I position myself there before the surge happens.
Yep.
Now that they go, surge is in addition to that. So all that planning, all the strategy I did is for nothing, right? But for Formica, they go, $7 surge. I'm like, great, boom, let me take it. Oh, no, sir. It's supposed to be in addition. It's the reward for my hard work to position myself correctly.
Exactly.
And it's not when we take the ruler and then we go like this, because there's a surge. So we're gonna actually extend it out, but we're screwing with this. No, because
it's a trick for people. It's a trick for people who want to use their surge. Yeah, it's a trick for people who want to use that surge because they're scared to lose it. They're like, I got a $10 surge. I don't want to lose this surge. I got to take it on the next ride. Well, the next ride may be garbage. Don't take it on the next ride. Let it go. Just let it go.
And that's exactly what I was saying with Sergio. I said, because we were talking about the gamification of Uber and Lyft and gig apps with Vina's article. She's going to be coming on in a few weeks talking about that, but that plays into it. If you see a surge attached to it, I said, now they're just going to throw out fake surge to make you think that you're going to be getting surge, so then you're going to accept the ride, and it's a game that they're going to play. And I'm like, look, now it's fake surge. There's no real surge anymore, because
it's the psychology of it's the psychology behind anything. Yep, it's the psychology of, I don't want to lose this surge. I gotta accept this ride. I don't want to lose it. It's like, no, it's garbage ride. Don't take it. Just know upfront, don't take garbage rides, and just leave it at that.
Yeah, and by the way, I did the interview with Steven, which was on our channel as of yesterday. And Steven, you did a great job. You got bags of money and came back to LA in one piece. He was telling me, and I'm sure you figured that out too, Jeff, that Lyft was capping the bonus or surge at $25.
I heard when he said that, and the moment he said that, I went to my phone and opened it. My top search is $25 on a lot of rides. I didn't realize that until Steven said
it. Bullshit, I call to that. There you go.
Dude, every one of my rides was capped out at $25. I've had $47 surges. He was right.
Look, it's the same thing with capping tips. If a passenger wants to tip $500, that should be allowed. Yeah. And they should not be putting any restrictions on that. Yep, it's up to the passenger what they want to do, because I've seen that, I've heard that, you know, they cap it. Sometimes drivers want to put more. You know, I've had rides that are like $350 that are base, and you get, you know, I'll have people hand me $20 cash tips, and they're saying, look, because the app does not allow me to tip the way it should, and this is a hell of a lot cheaper getting home than a DWI. I say, hey, thank you, have a great night. And so yeah, these things shouldn't be happening.
Well,
but
see, and I figured I got a video about how I use my business cards. Like, this is what I do. Like, I got, you know me, I'm always thinking ahead of the curve. So on my business cards, on each one of them, on the back of them, I've got my Cash App and my Venmo on the back. Wait, you can't hardly see it.
Yeah, we see it.
So if they don't want to tip me through the app, they can just tip me on my card. I'll be like, hey, here's my card. And it says that right on the back.
There's a businessman. There's a businessman right there. That's a businessman.
Guys, hold on. Drivers out there, here's one thing. You ever hear the saying, if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile? This is exactly what they're doing. So do not allow that to happen. This is going to come down to all of us working together when it comes to it. Do not give them an inch, because they're going to take a mile, and it's showing. If you're seeing negative base rates, that is insane.
I mean, if they're stealing fares, you know they're stealing tips. I mean, it's common sense. If they're stealing fares, they're stealing tips.
But you know what? Awesome. You know what? I mean, you know, we have the good, the bad, the ugly. I mean, if you're driving for negative rates, please, people. I mean, I understand mass challenged, all that good stuff, right?
They asking.
You can figure. This is like not even elementary school. This is first grade math. Yeah. It's like simple subtraction, bro. If the surge is 10 and the trip is for 5, you're -5.
Exactly.
Come on, man. This is not
even more than that, because you still got to calculate for the trip. So the trip has to be like 8, and saying you should be at $18. And they're giving you a $5 trip.
Don't work for free. Right. Please don't work for free.
No, we don't. But all right, we got to move on. I mean, yeah, that's definitely a fiery topic, but we'll keep you guys posted on that. If you guys see anything like that, make sure you send us screenshots so we can continue watching this, especially when it comes to it. But the biggest thing, if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile, and it's showing. So, all right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.